the most important lesson I learned from therapy is to be okay with people not liking me and me not having to please them. It's okay, bro. I am a different person. You're a different person. You don't like me. And it's fine. Relationships or the way you act or the way you are attracted to someone is not so different from how you were brought up. So I was constantly pleasing everyone as I grew up. Pleasing teachers, pleasing everyone. I should be an ideal student, ideal daughter, ideal this, ideal that. एकदम मतलब it was like कि ये एक default आदत पड़ गई थी कि any new person that you meet, you have to please them. They should like you. If they don't like you, you don't have value.
With therapy, this is my experience कि मैं भी there are like one of my parent had a pattern of like always coming to me, approaching me, giving me that validation. One was like where I was seeking validation as to कितना भी करूँ कम लग रहा है, कितना भी करूँ कम लग रहा है. And then that also translated in me kind of trying to attract people who were not giving me that validation. Because I was like, ये मुझे अभी सीख करना है, ये मुझे अभी सीख करना है. And then when I realized this in therapy, I was like, कितना डम हूँ मैं.
थेरेपी लेने वाले लोग वो गलत है इसलिए नहीं लेते. इट्स उनके साथ कुछ गलत हुआ था. एंड गलत होना मतलब एक ट्रॉमेटिक, विजिबली ट्रॉमेटिक इंसिडेंट होना जरूरी नहीं है.
What would today's 27-year-old Utkarsha would want to tell maybe the 10-year-old Utkarsha?
Don't be shy from seeking help.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the 5th episode. Yes, we are now at the 5th episode, and in this episode, I have invited one of my friends, Utkarsha Nerkar, to give you a short summary of Utkarsha. She and I met during grad school, and let me tell you this, I feel either of us couldn't have gotten through our grad school journey without each other. It was like we were Tom and Jerry in each other's lives. She has also been a person who has helped me a lot, not just to take up therapy, but also during the times when I was going through rough phases. Is very emotionally intelligent per se. I've learned a lot from her. So it's a pleasure to invite her to this podcast, and I'm looking forward to it. Just to start, Utkarsha, थोड़ा सा introduction दे दे तेरे बारे में सबको. मैं तो जानता हूँ, but लोगों के लिए.
Yeah, sure, why not? And thanks for having me here on this podcast. I listened to a few previous ones and I've really enjoyed them, so I'm glad to be a part of this episode today. So I was born in a small town called Dhule in Maharashtra, and then I grew up there. I came to Mumbai for my undergrad. 3 साल इंडिया में काम किया, and I came to US for my master's alongside you, and then worked at a couple of companies. Recently, just working as a product manager, but I'm transitioned from software development. But other than that, I love to bike. I love to talk at times.
At times? Wow, okay. We'll see.
Yeah, but I like to socialize, and as much as I like to socialize, I like my own personal space. I have 2 siblings at home, a brother and a sister, and my parents. Yeah, that's briefly about my life.
Great. Okay. In this episode, Utkarsha and I are going to discuss a lot about like therapy, relationships, our patterns of getting attached, because these are topics that we have ourselves discussed a lot going through life and growing through life. So I felt like our इट्स जस्ट दैट हम 1 घंटा अगर बैठ के बात करेंगे तो वो पॉडकास्ट बन ही जाएगा. वी डोंट हैव टू सिट और अलग से सोचना पड़ेगा, बट स्टिल लेट्स गेट इनटू दैट. सो I know you've done therapy, you've taken up therapy, you've told me about those experiences, but let's specifically or in general target that part as to, did therapy के time पे was there a phase where relationships या love life के बारे में things came up?
Yeah, definitely. So actually, मैंने जब थेरेपी स्टार्ट किया, कहीं ना कहीं ये था दिमाग में कि ये टॉपिक पे बात करनी है. I wanted to start with that, but then surprisingly enough, that was the last topic we touched upon in therapy. And
Hmm.
I'll tell you shortly why, because like all the experiences that I have had in my life, the way I grew up, my childhood, everything around me was somehow contributing to my relationship choices. And which is why I think it took me a long time to reach there. But yeah, it was definitely something that was discussed very heavily in therapy.
Okay. Okay. I remember the time when I took up therapy. It was when there was this phase of a breakup that happened when I came to the US. I was in a long distance relationship, and then Dhwani was the one who introduced me to the therapist, but Utkarsha was also the one who was like, "This is something that you need to work on. इस पे बारे में बात कर." And contrarily, I started up with my relationship as like kya hua and everything, and it sort of went into the childhood and those part of it.
I think
But
I think it was like
uh-huh.
कि हम बात करते थे about this, your frustration with that relationship and everything, and we would conclude with भाई therapy ले ले.
And then I have procrastinated a lot. Like I think it was for 3-4 months procrastinate काफी किया था मैंने therapy लेने के लिए, and then finally there was a point where I was like नहीं, like I have to now at least work on it, in the sense कि I can heal myself, at least address those points which I know are causing those issues. So
And I feel like 3-4 months is still okay. I took a year. I was also introduced to therapy by another friend of mine, जो मेरे frustration सुन के मुझे बोलती थी therapy ले ले. So I think it's a
ठीक
common
है.
story. So like it's like if anybody around is struggling with therapy, I understand. But I also understand कि इनको push करते रहेंगे तो कभी ना कभी तो ये step लेंगे.
कभी ना
That's
कभी,
going
right,
to
right,
be
yeah.
beneficial for them in the long run.
True, true. So what was that bad experience you had जहाँ पे दोस्त is like frustrate हुई है, बोल रही है, what was that experience in that affected you, and how did it affect you?
So I think it was a series of different situations. So pandemic hit, we were all at home. And I think a couple of things were going around. पहले तो I was lashing out at my brother and sister क्योंकि सब घर में ही है, सारा frustration, aggression निकल रहा है बाहर. And then my brother and sister were pointing it out कि you're not our mother, you're acting like our mother. And that was one of the reasons. The second reason was, yes, long before that pandemic hit, I went through a situationship breakup. I don't know how to call it, but yeah, an end of a situationship. And situationship was a new concept for me at the time. क्योंकि तो वो पल्ले नहीं पड़ रहा था कि क्या हुआ एग्जैक्टली या कैसे एंड हुआ. इट देयर वाज समथिंग अनरिजॉल्व्ड इन दैट केस. एंड देन द फैक्ट दैट मैं कहीं तो पढ़ा कि भाई तुम्हारा फ्रंटल लोब विच इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द रैशनल पार्ट ऑफ योर ब्रेन 26 की उम्र के बाद डेवलप होना बंद हो जाता है. तो वो भी
Okay.
एक स्ट्रॉन्ग मोटिवेटर था. 26 साल के पहले मुझे ठीक होना है जो भी है. I want to become wiser. I want to become as rational as possible before I turn 26. I was 25 at the time, so I was like कि बहुत सारे strong reasons है, अभी कर देते हैं, अभी चालू कर देते हैं. And so going back to the topic of situationships, my experience before was a long-term relationship, जो ऐसा थोड़ा teenage में शुरू होता है, where you like me, I like you, गर्लफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड रिलेशनशिप, यही होता है. सिंपल स्टेजेस, कोई कॉम्प्लिकेशंस नहीं होते हैं जो आज के न्यू टर्म्स है. यू नो, ब्रेड क्रम्बिंग, बेंचिंग, पता नहीं क्या क्या अलग अलग टर्म्स है, वो सब. मतलब डेटिंग ये कॉन्सेप्ट भी मेरे लिए अननोन था तब, बिकॉज द
हम्म.
फर्स्ट टाइम यू लाइक समवन, द फर्स्ट लव एक्सपीरियंस जब स्कूल में होता है या अर्ली कॉलेज में
ओल्ड
होता है,
स्कूल. हाँ.
टीनेज लाइफ का जो फर्स्ट लव
Yeah.
एक्सपीरियंस होता है, it's like you like that person, you're fond of them, you're attracted to them, you like the idea of them, and then you start dating भी नहीं बोलूंगी, you are in a relationship, तुम हो गर्लफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड, खत्म.
You're right.
तो
Yep.
जब ये सिचुएशनशिप हुआ, ये सिचुएशनशिप होने के बाद सिचुएशनशिप टर्म मुझे समझा कि वो होता क्या है. एंड काफी चीजें नहीं समझ रही थी कि क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, कि ये काफी अननोन कॉन्सेप्ट है मेरे लिए, कि यू लाइक मी बट यू डोंट, ऐसा.
Just to clear out to the audience, what does the term situationship mean?
आई थिंक आज तक मुझे क्लियर नहीं है, बट सिचुएशनशिप इज लाइक you are as if you're acting as if you're girlfriend boyfriend, you're doing everything together, you're hanging out together, but you're not committed to work it out
Hmm.
together till the end. You don't see
Hmm.
it through to the end. It's a temporary situation
Hmm.
जहां तुम लेबल नहीं कर रहे हो एक दूसरे को एज गर्लफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड. You're close enough, but you're not putting tags on that relationship or on that person. तो
Interesting.
which was very confusing for me, कि मुझे नहीं समझ रहा है कि where do I stand in this space, ये जो भी situation है. And which is why it's called a situationship, because there's no definition around it कि इसको क्या बोल सकते हैं. But yeah, going back to first love, I think I would like to know your experience. Ki, how was that first love experience for you? Like, just briefly describe it and how it went.
It was like actually this is something that I did not like. It was something that subconsciously got affected. Like it was a good experience, but then it turned out to be not so great. And then when I was in therapy, I got to know that this is some baggage that I am carrying all through my life, where I just as you said, ki you like that person likes you, there is no thinking about it. So मैं तो आई वॉज लाइक लवर बॉय पर्सनैलिटी. वही है मेरी. ऐसे नहीं है कि इफ आई लाइक दैट पर्सन आई एम गोना बी लाइक ये करूंगा वो करूंगा इम्प्रेस करूंगा ऐसे करूंगा वैसे करूंगा. सो I started liking. I confessed her. She was got rejected. She was like कि नहीं नहीं अभी पढ़ाई पे फोकस करना है, अभी मॉम डैड ये वो ऐसे वैसे 10th के बाद देखेंगे. मैंने बोला ठीक है. मैं बोला आई वॉज लाइक भोला भी था मैं तब. तो आई वॉज लाइक ठीक है. उसके बाद अनदर फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन हु वॉज ऑल्सो वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड, he went ahead and confessed her and something happened between them. And then that made me feel कि यार ये क्या हुआ, like ये तो मुझे कुछ और बोला और ये कुछ और हो गया. Then I started talking and somehow we got in a complicated situation where uh, she we were like talking, she was talking to both of us. And फिर उसके बाद I somehow felt like I was the third person in the relationship, or like I was always the third person. And then towards the end, she sort of like broke things off with me to be with that person. Now, how it translated in every aspect of my life, or like after that, I had like two relationships. So in those times, what used to happen is uh, I used to feel there is this hypothetical situation when if there is like a person who is also close to that person, I used to feel कि what if this is happening again, what if I am, तो वो एक insecurity got built up because of that one innocent love where things got fucked up. And I was unfortunately at the bad side of it, where it sort of inculcated. Even today at this point, there are times when my mind overthinks, because I have worked a lot on my overthinking. But there are situations where yaar wo overthinking aata hai, and I'm like, what if tomorrow this happens, or what if tomorrow that happens. But then I think I feel the it's communication with the person that helps a lot. And then if you also speak it out loud, you are giving less power to it, because it's all in your head. It keeps those scenarios keep coming in, coming in, coming in. But finally it's I also feel ki uh, therapy has helped me to like address that in a way where I realized कि ये सब चीजें, like it all made sense to me after taking up therapy कि हाँ ये जो हुआ है वो एक चीज के वजह से हुआ है. And then it also made a lot of sense wherein there were these patterns which I observed in my attachments, and how I got connected to people. And then how I was always scared of like opening up, because I thought कि इसमें अभी अगर कुछ हो जाएगा तो. So, and also like to be specific, this used to happen where things went wrong, and I used to feel कि things went wrong because there is someone else maybe in that scenario because of which it happened. So everything was right, but like if something used to drop off or dropped off, तभी वो होता था. So yeah, I think it's the emotional baggage which you carry, that that is just but I therapy helped me a lot to address it and understand it better and make myself more empowered to tackle it.
So
I know. Go ahead.
basically एक trauma response manifest हुआ insecurity में, and
Right.
got,
That's a very smart way to put it.
and
Yeah.
it got and it keeps coming up in different situations.
A hell lot of situations it has come up. Like during my undergrad though, it was very evident to a point where I was not even mindful of it. I was not even able to pick it up कि ये मेरे साथ हो रहा है because of something else. I used to get so involved in the thought, and वो mentally fuck up होता था मेरे लिए. But yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I think एक important point, मतलब something important that I want to point out here is कि therapy doesn't teach you how to not let these things happen, but it teaches you how to spot them. जैसे तूने बोला कि अंडरग्रेड में समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा था, बट एटलीस्ट नाउ कभी होता है तो यू कैन पिन पॉइंट कि ये एक ट्रॉमा रिस्पॉन्स है. This is not
Right.
this is not the reality.
Right.
You can segregate
Right.
between the
Right.
two. I think
Right.
उतना भी
Right.
awareness होना is very important and game changing for us.
True. You are, it's like more so not getting wet in the rain, but sitting at the window and watching that rain की oh ये अभी मेरे साथ हो रहा है.
कि बारिश हो रही है तो बाहर नहीं जाना है, छाते के बिना बाहर नहीं
हाँ
जाना है.
भाई, हाँ छाते की मेरा बाहर है, अंदर से देख लूंगा बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है,
Yeah,
but I don't want to get involved in it. Yeah.
and जब नहीं होता है, when you don't have that awareness, तुम बारिश में जा रहे हो, you don't notice बारिश हो रही है, but you're like मैं गीला कैसे हो गया. So like,
That is true.
therapy just helps you understand that difference or pinpoint where it is coming from.
Right. Yep. Have you noticed a similar thing? Because I feel that situationship might have inculcated a trauma on those responses in your life. So have you observed a similar pattern, or when did you become mindful of those patterns in your life?
Yeah, I think more than the situationship या situationship का pattern, मुझे क्या दिखा कि जब मुझे समझ रहा था दिस इज समथिंग दैट डज नॉट सूट माय नीड्स, अ सिचुएशनशिप और a situation without labels, without knowing where it is headed. If it doesn't suit me, I shouldn't go for it. But I was constantly going for similar situations
Hmm.
कि जहाँ पे पता है कि this is not good for me. आइसक्रीम is not good for my health, but आइसक्रीम खाना है मतलब खाना है. ये जो एटीट्यूड बन गया था, एटीट्यूड या आदत, whatever you call it, or you know, trauma response or whatever you want to label it, वो एक जो हो गया था, वो स्पॉट करना, वो आइडेंटिफाई करना काफी इम्पोर्टेंट था कि एंड ऐसे भी हो रहा था कि आई हैव हैड instances where the other person is very interested in me and I am running away. So मुझे
Hmm.
ये काफी टाइम बाद रियलाइज हुआ कि मैं एंग्शियस अवॉइडेंट एक मिक्स स्टाइल है मेरा, एक डिसऑर्गेनाइज्ड अटैचमेंट स्टाइल है कि आई गो फॉर इमोशनली अनअवेलेबल पीपल बिकॉज आई नो कि उनके साथ वो कमिटमेंट का प्रेशर नहीं आएगा सबकॉन्शियसली.
Oh.
And when I
Hmm.
see someone who is very committed, very headstrong, very defined in what they want, and something that I would have wanted also, I would run away from it for the fear of making a wrong choice or for the fear of being stuck. So I wanted that connection, but I also wanted some freedom. So connection, space, freedom, I was utterly confused between what I wanted. Where it was like, I want
Hmm.
someone, but I don't want to be, but I want an exit strategy. Like I want a connection with this person, but मेरा जब मन करे मुझे exit करने में कोई दिक्कत ना हो. So if I am going for an unavailable person, I know उसको इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा अगर मैं निकल जाती हूँ. If
Hmm.
I exit. But if I am with someone who also has an anxious attachment style, they won't let me go easily.
Hmm.
So वो
Yep.
relationship मुझे नहीं चाहिए. तो ये जो बैक एंड फोर्थ था कि चाहिए बट नहीं चाहिए, ये आइडेंटिफाई करना एंड इसको काइंड ऑफ डाइसेक्ट करना कि एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इज इट दैट आई वांट, व्हाई एम आई एग्जिबिटिंग दीज पैटर्न्स, दीज थॉट प्रोसेसेस, वो दैट वाज समथिंग दैट आई वर्कड ऑन थ्रू थेरेपी. काफी इंपॉर्टेंट था.
You've told me like about this before ki if there is a situation and something that is affecting your brain, you start writing it down. You start writing it on a piece of paper, you backtrack it. What is that strategy? How does it work?
Yeah, so it's like if you feel, so this is something that I follow even today. If you feel overwhelmed, like heavily overwhelmed with a lot of emotions or a lot of thoughts, it's a cue to pause. कि तुम थम जाओ, बस रुक जाओ उस जगह पे. Either I don't like writing, तो मैं अपने फोन में नोट्स में कभी टाइप करती हूँ and then erase करती
Hmm.
हूँ,
Hmm.
whatever. So I type it out कि या लिखती भी हूँ, लिख के फिर वो पेपर फाड़ देती हूँ because हाँ, I'm concerned about my privacy. So anyway, but it's like in any form of writing कि मैं उसको लिखते जाती हूँ जो top thought है कि ऐसे हो रहा है, ऐसे हो रहा है. As you keep writing, धीरे 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 तुम रूट कॉज तक पहुंच ही जाते हो एंड यू रियलाइज दैट इट्स समथिंग एल्स दैट्स बॉदरिंग यू एंड नॉट द सिचुएशन. कुछ तो it could be related to past or it could be a totally unrelated issue जिसकी वजह से तुम फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हो, बट वो तुम्हें जो लगता है कि ये इंसान मुझे फ्रस्ट्रेट कर रहा है, तो लिख के यू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये इंसान नहीं, इस इंसान ने कुछ तो किया which triggered a trauma response from the past, and that unresolved issue from your past is what is bothering you, which is why you're frustrated. So when you detach that person or that situation from what really triggered you, you don't feel so frustrated or a
Hmm.
feeling of hatred or annoyance towards that person or that situation. And then you start working on something that is within your control, something that was internal to you, something that lies within you. And when you learn to dissect and come to that point, आसपास जो हो रहा है वो बहुत देर तक अफेक्ट नहीं करता फिर तुम्हें। एंड आई
Correct.
थिंक
Yep. I.
ये
Mm-hmm.
मैंने सबसे पहले नोटिस किया था कि व्हेन पैंडेमिक में, जैसे मैंने बोला, जहाँ से मेरी थेरेपी की जर्नी शुरू हुई, सडनली लाइक ऑल थ्री ऑफ अस, थ्री किड्स वर बैक इन द हाउस, एंड झगड़े तो नॉर्मल है ही, होने ही वाले हैं। And the way I was getting irritated with every single thing with both of them, I was lashing out at them.
Mm.
And I was kind of like policing them कि ये मत करो, ये करो, वो मत करो, वो मत करो. Almost उनकी freedom मैंने curtail कर दी थी as a second mom.
Mm. Mm.
तो and I used to be very frustrated with both of them. तो therapy में जाके I addressed and I realized कि because I never, because in the past even my freedom was curtailed a lot by my parents. I grew up in a very strict environment, so I was exhibiting the same behavior towards my brother and sister कि freedom होना is not a good thing, is what I believed बचपन से, which is why I was even trying to curtail their freedom. And then जब ये मुझे realize हुआ when they told me कि how they are feeling with me, कि they're always scared of me, or they're not able to speak up to me, they're not able to see me as a safe space or a safe person, that kind of triggered कि हाँ मुझे भी ऐसा बचपन में feel होता था कभी ना कभी. And that was like kind of that red trigger warning कि चलो चलो, let's work on it, go to therapy, ये ऐसा नहीं चल सकता है, you need to work on it.
What is that moment of realization in therapy? Or, for example, let's talk about the anxious attachment style that you said. What changed after you realized that this is the anxious? Like, how did you change that pattern of I want an exit strategy? I am running away from someone who's coming in headstrong or knows things. वो थेरेपी के बाद कैसे चेंज हुआ
तो
और हाउ इज इट राइट नाउ?
तो थेरेपी के बाद ये चेंज हुआ कि आई स्टार्टेड गिविंग पीपल अ चांस कि लेट्स नॉट बी स्कैर्ड एंड रन अवे फ्रॉम दिस सिचुएशन. सामने वाला ठीक है, मुझे पसंद करता है, मैं भी उसे पसंद करती हूँ, एंड इफ आई फील लाइक दे आर कमिंग हेड स्ट्रॉन्ग, लेट्स पॉइंट इट आउट, व्हाई डू आई फील लाइक दे आर coming strong at me, or why is that scary to me? And then I realized ki I was a big time people pleaser. I think most of us are, who are very extroverted,
Yeah.
anxious.
Yep.
तो मुझे ये realize हुआ कि because I was pleasing this person, I was pretending to be someone else, and now that person likes me for that image that I created. Now if that person is coming headstrong, they'll get to know who I really am. And if they don't like who I really am, then that will hurt me. मेरा हार्ट ब्रेक होगा. And that will feed in more insecurity. So I think the conclusion was कि I need to be okay with who I am. I need to accept myself as I am. I need to love myself truly. Like, हम हर जगह पढ़ते हैं कि you need to love yourself, you need to take care of yourself, self care and self love and what not. मराठी में हम बोलते हैं ना कि कळतंय पण वळत नाही. सब समझता है, but we just don't know how to implement it.
Right.
So if I have to pretend myself to be someone else, then that's not the right person or not the right situation, and I shouldn't go that way कि वो इंसान मेरे लिए बना ही नहीं है. जब मुझे जिस दिन लगेगा कि मैं जो हूँ, जैसी हूँ, टू माई कोर, उस इंसान को सामने वाला पसंद कर रहा है, आई फील सिक्योर, एंड आई थिंक दैट्स द थिंग दैट आई शुड गो फॉर.
That's very relatable because I think I had spoken about this in one of the podcasts. Ki therapy makes you accept yourself for who you are, and uske baad that confidence level is also something where you know who you are. You don't have, you need that validation. At least for us who were like people pleasers and always seeking thoda sa external validation from people. It has helped a lot.
And I think one of the important things here is कि relationships or the way you act or the way you are attracted to someone is not so different from how you were brought up. There's a
Hmm.
close correlation, close connection. So when I grew up in a very strict environment, like I said before. My mother is a
Hmm.
school teacher. She's a professor in a college. मेरे आसपास मेरे बहुत सारे relatives, मेरे नाना नानी, सब लोग टीचिंग प्रोफेशन में. सो वो बाउंड्रीज क्लियर नहीं थे हमारे घर पे कि ये अपने घर के बच्चे हैं वर्सेस स्टूडेंट्स. वी ऑलवेज
Hmm.
स्कूल्ड और
Right.
पुलिस्ड अबाउट समथिंग कि ये एक आइडियल पर्सन का डेफिनेशन है, एक बॉक्स है, यू शुड फिट इनटू दैट. सो आई वाज constantly pleasing everyone as I grew up. Pleasing teachers, pleasing everyone. I should be an ideal student, ideal daughter, ideal this, ideal that. एकदम मतलब आज भी अगर कोई जाता है एंड पूछता है मेरे टीचर्स से, दे विल बी लाइक अमेजिंग, टॉप क्लास स्टूडेंट, बहुत ही ओबीडियंट एंड व्हाटएवर. आई फील लाइक आई एम नॉट दैट एनीमोर ब्रो, लाइक आई एम नॉट दैट पर्सन. आई एम सॉरी आई मेड यू बिलीव अदरवाइज, बट आई एम नॉट दैट पर्सन.
Uh,
तो it was like कि
hmm.
ये एक डिफॉल्ट आदत पड़ गई थी कि any new person that you meet, you have to please them. They should like
Hmm.
you. If they don't like you,
Hmm.
you don't
Hmm.
have value. This is what I always believed, that if someone doesn't like you, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Yep.
So ये the most important lesson I learned from therapy is to be okay with people not liking me and me not having to please them. It's okay, bro. I am a different person. You're a different person. You don't like me. And it's fine. It doesn't change the fact that I am okay with myself and I love myself and I'm proud of myself. Like, मु- तेरे डिसीजन से या तेरे ओपिनियन से मेरी वैल्यू कम नहीं हो जाती है. ये रियलाइज करना, एक्सेप्ट करना इतना इम्पोर्टेंट था बिकॉज दैट चेंज्ड the whole relationship game for me. Like, from the very beginning, I knew I wanted someone permanent for a long time. एक इंसान जिससे प्यार करना है, शादी करनी है, that's it for me. But वो हो नहीं रहा था. And as soon as I realized this and I was okay with people not liking me, it must have taken like a month or two maybe for me to find my forever. इतना game changing था, which is why I strongly recommend addressing your relationship patterns, your attachment styles through therapy, because it can be a game changer for your life. It can change so many things about you, your life, the decisions you make, the choices you make. And it has proliferated through other parts of my life, professional part ho, kuch bhi, koi bhi alag decision. It's not just about people anymore. It's about everything, every situation. Like even
Right.
the professional setback that I had a few months ago, वहां से निकल के the first thing that I did was told everyone, मुझे आधा घंटा कोई कांटेक्ट मत करो, आई नीड दिस हाफ आवर फॉर माई सेल्फ. एंड उस आधे
Hmm.
घंटे में मैं सिर्फ खुद को ये समझा रही थी, you are enough, you did what you could, this was not in your control, and this is definitely not you, this is not your fault. And then I went ahead and talked to people, sobbed about it, cried about it. But it's magical how everything is so connected. Like, one kind of trauma can proliferate through different parts of your life, different aspects of your life, and you won't even realize it. But yeah, काफी
It's
heavy हो गया.
crazy. This, yeah, nee, I have this thing where I want to talk to you about it. So this is same जो मेरे साथ भी हुआ था. I feel as eldest in the family, you also have a lot of expectations. You've been put in a box where you have to do this, you have to do this, right? So with with therapy, this is my experience कि मैं भी, there are like, one of my parent had a pattern of like always coming to me, approaching me, giving me that validation. One was like where I was seeking validation as to कितना भी करूँ कम लग रहा है, कितना भी करूँ कम लग रहा है. And then that also translated in me kind of trying to attract people who were not giving me that validation, because I was like ये मुझे अभी सीख करना है, ये मुझे अभी सीख करना है. And then when I realized this in therapy, I was like कितना डम हूं मैं. Like the person who's trying to give you their attention, give you their validation, who's trying to be with you, उसको छोड़ के तुझे वहां जाना है जहां पे you are you have to strive a lot. And I feel relationships, like in all parts of our life, it's like you have to strive and get things done. वो मेहनत करने के बाद ही it's worth having in your life. But when it comes to relationships or love, it has to be like free flowing, it has to come naturally. If you have to put in the effort of like कि ये क्या सोचेगी, फिर मैं 10 चीजें करूंगा, and then I put in that hard work, there are some days which are going to be like you are not even willing to talk. In that thing, the person has to understand you and come to you and approach you instead of both of us sitting quietly. So I realized ki how that pattern was affecting me. And then I don't know, I don't even realize where the switch flipped. And then I automatically started attracting right, and also like giving attention to where I was getting the validation from. And I feel that is how you slowly and steadily settle in your life, and then get into the right zones and right places.
Yeah, that's definitely there कि मतलब it's like somehow कह सकते हैं कि हमारे ईगो पे आ जाता है कि ऐसे कैसे. तो उस इंसान से ही तुम्हें वैलिडेशन चाहिए जो तुम्हें नहीं देगा वैलिडेशन. It's kind
हाँ
of like
हाँ
it's us healing that part of us as part of our inner child that was not getting validation from that person. So we feel like if I get validation from a similar person, that part of me would be healed. But that's not how it works. That's not the case. And I think the second thing that's responsible for this kind of attachment style, and I think it's very common, जो issues हम अभी देख रहे बात कर रहे, is Bollywood. बॉलीवुड ने इतना ग्लोरीफाई किया है कि जिस इश्क में दर्द नहीं वो इश्क ही कैसा. कि मतलब तुम्हें दुख होना चाहिए, दर्द होना चाहिए, ऐसे उस इंसान के पीछे तुम जाओ ऐसे रोते रोते हुए, एंड देन समहाउ. एंड ये जो होता है ना क्लासिक बॉलीवुड मूवीज जो थे तब के 90s, अपने टाइम के पूरे
2000s, I
2000s
guess.
के, कि देयर इज अ प्ले बॉय कैरेक्टर, ठीक है, या प्ले गर्ल कैरेक्टर, व्हाटएवर यू कॉल इट, वन emotionally unavailable character who goes and dates around like 10 other people. And then
Right.
there's one very innocent, good, well-behaved character who wants their affection. ठीक है, ये playboy character का. And then suddenly, this playboy character has transformed into a committed person. And now this innocent, well-behaved person feels validated कि मेरी वजह से change हुआ है. And somehow हमारे
Yeah.
love stories में we imagine कि हम वो well-behaved इंसान है और मैं इसको change करके रहूंगी. देख, इसमें मेरी वजह से वो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आएगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. जो इंसान उसके लायक नहीं है वो कभी चेंज नहीं होगा. यू हैव टू मेक पीस विद इट, यू हैव टू मूव ऑन, एंड यू जस्ट हैव टू फाइंड इक्वली वेल बिहेव्ड इनोसेंट कैरेक्टर who you feel is like you, and you two have to come together. It's as simple as that.
I can totally relate with this. There have been instances where I've seen that person going ये वो ऐसा, and then I'm like maybe I enter their life, I bring their transformational change. ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ है guys, please don't try it.
You don't try this
तुम्हारा
at
ही,
home.
yeah, please don't, because it's gonna end up you into feeling more dejected. There would be more trauma induced, and then it's gonna take more therapy sessions, more money to get it resolved.
And इट्स
तो
फनी लाइक जब मैं किसी से बात करती हूँ दोस्तों में एंड कोई अगर बोलता है ये अगर सुनने को आता है कि यार आई थिंक वो चेंज हो जाएगा या वो ट्राई कर रहा है या वो बोल रहा है कि वो चेंज होने वाला है
हम्म
या चेंज करने की कोशिश कर रहा है एंड आई फील लाइक कि हाँ ये तो मैंने भी किया है ये गलती तो मैंने भी की है बट समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि तुझे कैसे बताऊं कि ऐसे नहीं होता दिस इज एंड देन माय
आई
डिफॉल्ट रिस्पॉन्स इज कि सुन थेरेपी ले ले
हाँ हाँ इट्स ईदर इंसान गिरने से सीखेगा या थेरेपी से सीखेगा इट्स
गिरने से
एंड देन
आई डोंट थिंक गिरने से कोई सीखता है it's rare you people there
हाँ
there
हम्म
has to be like if that person is really secure about who they are if they don't have any childhood induced trauma then I think they can make that choice and गिरने से सीख जाएंगे but most of us who have some kind of trauma it doesn't necessarily need to be through your family it could be that you were bullied in school or anything that happened
राइट
during your
हम्म
childhood or your growing
हम्म
ages तो उस केस में इफ यू डोंट रिजॉल्व दैट पास्ट ट्रॉमा तुम बार बार गिरते रहोगे तुम नहीं सीखोगे एंड विच इज वाई फील लाइक कि ठीक है क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार लेके तो देखो ट्राई करके तो देखो थेरेपी शायद चेंज हो जाए तुम्हारे लिए कुछ
yep yep you miss 100% of the shots you never take and I don't feel anyone जिसको भी मैंने I had like there were people who were very after I started taking up therapy and then I realized the difference. I have spoken with so many of my friends who have taken therapy and I feel there is not even one जिसने मुझे बोला है कि it did not help me. Everyone like it took time, it takes time, at least a session or two or three जहाँ पे लोगों को लग रहा है कि हाँ now it is making a change in my life or it is helping me with it and then yeah I've seen a lot of change in my friends, the way they have become more secure, have accepted themselves. It's like at the end of the day you live with yourself the most in life,
hmm yep
so why not accept, and your relationship with yourself is how you are going to define your relationship with everyone else in your life.
yeah and I would say कि it does not just apply to romantic relationships even friendships तुम किस टाइप के फ्रेंड्स तुम्हारे होते हैं लाइक आई थिंक रिलेशनशिप्स के एंड से ज्यादा फ्रेंडशिप का एंड बहुत ज्यादा दर्दनाक होता है लाइक इट्स वेरी
Hmm.
हर्टफुल सो आई थिंक इट्स एप्लीकेबल टू एनी एंड एवरी relationship that you have with
Ship.
another human
Yep,
being that
that is true.
and
Yep.
once you get into therapy and start to analyze things start to pinpoint and dissect everything you will realize how powerful it is and how it affects every single interaction you have with someone else. Like I said before, keep even professional setting for that matter.
Right. So yeah, so the conclusion is, guys, please take therapy. दोस्त अगर बोल रहा है कि ले लो, there is like at least in a place where you are in a bad relationship or there is some toxicity or you feel you are not happy, that person is looking at you from a third person angle, like they are watching you get wet in the rain and they are like कि तू हो रहा है but you are not realizing it, so
I think एक important
it's
call out यहाँ पे ये है कि I think there's a lot of hesitation. मैं जब भी किसी को suggest करती हूँ therapy, I have to
hmm,
be very
hmm.
careful while suggesting them because that should not offend them. कि आज भी
Oh,
therapy is a taboo. आज भी
hmm,
people are not that comfortable.
hmm,
So I think it's important for everyone to understand कि थेरेपी लेने वाले लोग वो गलत है इसलिए नहीं लेते इट्स उनके साथ कुछ गलत हुआ था एंड गलत होना मतलब एक ट्रॉमेटिक विजिबली ट्रॉमेटिक इंसिडेंट होना जरूरी नहीं है इट कुड बी an accumulation of small things in daily life that trigger you. Even that is a trauma, and you don't always know what is traumatic. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक छोटा बच्चा है, उसको रोज डांटना कि तू पढ़ाई क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, पढ़ाई क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, या ऐसे क्यों कर रहा है, वैसे क्यों कर रहा है, या तू क्लास में टॉप क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, टॉप 5 में क्यों नहीं है, क्यों नहीं है। ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम ये जो होता है, उसकी वजह से 3-4 चीजें और उस बच्चे को बोलना कि यू नॉट केपेबल इनफ, यू नॉट गुड इनफ, बिकॉज यू नॉट डूइंग वेल इन स्टडीज। भले ही वो बच्चा स्पोर्ट्स में बहुत अच्छा हो, वो एक छोटी छोटी डेली लाइफ के जो टॉन्ट्स या डेली लाइफ के जो इंटरेक्शंस है, इवन दैट कैन बी कॉल्ड एज अ ट्रॉमा, अ ट्रॉमेटिक एक्सपीरियंस। सो I think it's high time people need to understand that therapy is not just because तुम्हारी लाइफ में बहुत कुछ गलत हो गया, oh my god, अभी लेनी है।
You're
It
right.
could be
Yes.
very
Hmm.
subtle things जो तुम्हें आज तक रियलाइज नहीं हो रहे। अगर तुम्हें
Correct.
लग रहा है कि तुम्हारे
Correct.
लाइफ में तुम कुछ चीजें फिगर आउट नहीं कर पा रहे हो, एक रेपिटेटिव पैटर्न है, देन समझ जाओ, दिस इज योर क्यू
Hmm.
टू सीक फॉर थेरेपी।
True. I do definitely feel after taking up therapy, I feel it's more so a self improvement and investment in your own self, like to
टोटली।
to get into or like to tap into the potential that you have, because these are the traumas, these are the experiences which hold you back. For example, if for the example that you just gave about that child, if there is so much of negative like talk that he has heard, he is talking negatively with himself कि कुछ करने जा रहा हूँ तो I cannot do it, and he is holding or she is holding himself back. This, if you resolve that, then nothing can stop you. So it's like I see it more as not just some, you're right, it's not just अगर तुम depressed हो या you've gone through a breakup, that is when वो पानी यहाँ तक आता है up till your head and you're like अभी कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. But why not start swimming when the water is up until your stomach, ताकि तुम्हें फिर you are already so accustomed and expert at it कि you don't, कि कितना भी पानी हो you can easily swim that water and get through the other side, right?
Yep, yep.
That is true. Yep. Okay. One last question.
Mm-hmm.
What would today's 27-year-old Utkarsha would want to tell maybe the 10-year-old Utkarsha who has lived in that setting or who was trying to figure out life?
I think one thing that I would tell her is you're enough. You're enough, and just the way you are. And don't be shy from seeking help. I think as an elder daughter, I had forgotten how to ask for help, because I was supposed to be the karta dharta of the three of us, three siblings. So it was like asking for help was a sign of weakness for me. So I would tell that 10-year-old Utkarsha ki you are enough just the way you are, and asking for help is not a bad thing. It's not a sign of weakness.
Definitely. And for me, I can like hands down, I can sign it on a paper and say that Utkarsh, you are one of the strongest women that I have seen or I have met in my life, because I've heard about you. I know you so deeply from like where you started, where you are, what you've gone through. So, uh, kudos. Like, you have to be proud of yourself. And even if you aren't or you weren't, yep, definitely should be now. So, yep. Any last words?
Um, Yeah, no, I think my just one, I would say like uh, कळकळीची विनंती म्हणतो ना आपण मराठीत.
Hmm.
So
It's like
a heartfelt request,
sincere heartfelt
yeah,
request. Huh.
कि please ask for help, seek help, and don't shy away from knowing your inner child.
True. I think we've been very, I don't know, somehow that one person came in our life, or those situations came in where we had to, or we took the decision of taking up therapy.
Mm.
There are so many who are going through it right now. And yeah, that's the request key. Don't shy away from it. True.
Yep.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast, accepting this request, and coming up and talking about your childhood, opening up. I'm definitely sure this is going to help at least one person. That is the goal in creating the mental awareness. So, thank you so much once again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and it was a great conversation. I
As
yeah,
always.
loved being on this episode, and I hope it helps at least one person and encourages them to seek for therapy.
Yep. Thank you.